All right, everyone, we are here with War 11 against Noxious Smoke. Today we'll be taking in Mr. Negative Sentinel and Captain Marvel. Originally, I was backup in Section 1, but I ended up taking a fight on Path 7, and I was Path 8 in Section 2. I was also on boss duty with Sentinel versus Weapon X. All right, so we originally assigned Quake for this Terrax. However, it has brute force, so that was a bad call. But we caught it in time for me to come in with Captain Marvel, and it wouldn't affect my Section 2 paths. At least we didn't think so at the time. So I'm taking this with Captain Marvel. The plan and the way this fight works is that once Terrax gets his rock field up, and since he's unduped, it'll be when he throws a special, but if he was duped, it would be at the start of the fight. But once he gets his rock field up, it's going to stay up. Because of Vivified on this node, it prevents Terrax from losing power through his ability. So the rock field just stays active and his power bar can go all the way to SP3, but he won't be able to use it. So you just have constant rock field. Now, the reason Captain Marvel works here is the rock field is energy damage. So as soon as I get into binary, I can avoid the rock field damage and then I can just go nuts. With suicides on, max boosted, and with cosmic boost. So it's just firing 2 SP2s and it's over. And down he goes. So we're happy we caught it before Quake went in. All right, and so that put us into Section 2. Taking this first fight, Rhino, which the node he's on, he doesn't really benefit from much at all. So it's just fighting Rhino. Decided to take this fight with Sentinel, and you see I'm using cosmic boosts. It's for the next fight versus Storm Pyramid X using Captain Marvel, so those boosts aren't for this fight. I still have suicides on here, so you're going to see recoil damage. I believe he goes unblockable once, but for the most part, I'm going to keep him backed up against his wall. Benefit of using Sentinel here instead of either of my other 2 champions is that he has a lower chance of going unblockable while he's unstoppable from his medium dash. You see there, a boost decided to take its time applying. I had already reset my game because I was practicing Sentinel versus Weapon X. So I didn't feel like resetting it and letting that boost disappear. So we rolled the dice. But yeah, game plan is to be aggressive, push him back to his wall. If he decides to turtle while he's against his wall after a combo, then I'm just going to use that to hit into his block and build my analysis charges. He's not a mutant. There's the first unblockable. He's not a mutant, so the charges aren't going to build as fast, but because I don't want to give him room to do that dash attack and go unstoppable, it's going to benefit me to just combo into his block and then wait for an attack right after it. So you see there, I did hit into his block, but forgot to do multiple hits to build the charges, and now we've got him pinned. What I did end up realizing is my special 2 pushes me back enough to take a charge, but I believe, luckily, throughout this entire fight, he at least has a bar of power after each of those special 2s. So he ends up using it instead of charging at me. And I do not believe we make it to complete analysis before he melts from Incinerate. Yeah, and it ends here with the next hit. So pretty okay fight. I got potions expiring and war season's almost over, so it's not a big deal to heal up Sentinel for later. Captain Marvel versus this Storm. I'm not that close to binary. I think I'm halfway. Yeah, 14, so we need 11 more charges. And I used an APB. I realized here, crap, I can't hit her. So I'm just waiting to parry myself into binary, then throw this. Now I have to be careful now that I've knocked her down. She's over 5 prowess. So if I do push her to that SP2, it's going to be unblockable. So that's why I'm pausing right here. I decided to go ahead and try and bait out this SP1 before throwing the next special attack. So this will be the last special while we're in binary. Should do quite a bit of damage, even with all the weakness we have on us. And that, with cosmic boosts, actually puts us pretty dang close to another SP3. I'm a little skeptical since I'm not in binary as to whether this is going to knock her out, but I decided to throw it anyways. This definitely speeds up the fight instead of trying to build back up to binary, and it knocks her out. So game plan change worked for section 2. Moving on to the main reason I brought Mr. Negative, and it's this Mojo fight. I went and turned off suicides, so that's why there was a slight break. Mr. Negative just doesn't do that well, and I didn't feel like risking it here. I did take this fight with an APB, and I'm still not sure I like this fight with an APB just because of kinetic transference. You're going to see I get to SP2 way too quickly, and there's not really room or time. And you see I'm starting to throw heavies to try and get a few more light energy before I drop this SP2, but he was an anti-life, so they got eaten up. But as you can see, all it does is heal me. So I ended up dropping my SB2 without 10 plus. So we only got 1 Petrify out of that, but as you can see, it's doing enough damage. We did push him to SB2, had to block it. Not a big deal. Just working our way out of the wall here, just laying on the damage as much as we can to finish the fight. Trying to get this SP1 out, and then the combo after it should end it. And down he goes. So, made it work. All right, so you guys have seen me take Weapon X here with Sentinel before. Suicides are back on. We've switched Cosmic Boosts to Tech Boosts so that we get some power back with that SB2. And as always, since I have the Invulnerability Boost, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Game plan, as always, is to take this time before he's in Berserk to build up analysis charges by hitting into his block. And we're going to build it twice as quick, thanks to it doing, thanks to us facing a mutant. So hopefully we can get to complete analysis before his first Berserk. That way we can build up that crit resistance and not worry about getting KO'd from one combo while he's Berserk. He's just shy of it here. I believe I'm going to punch him in the face here in a second. There it is. Waiting out the unstoppable, block dodging to get that heavy out right there, then charging in right after. Being a little bit aggressive while he's Berserk so that we don't get pushed to our wall while he has too many charges. But once he gets to about 14, 15, and we're close to his wall, it's best to just let him die so that he's not as aggressive. You'll see I didn't do a full combo there. Backed up, trying to anticipate a move. A little scary. So now he's not Berserk. Gonna go ahead and throw some more SP2s. Just letting that incinerate damage and that long debuff timer melt him and out damage the regen. Okay, now we're just building our own power while we wait for his rage to come back. And there it is. Got another SP2 off while he isn't Berserk. Okay, now he's back in it. Wait out this unstoppable. Block dodge, making sure we react instead of try to anticipate so we don't get caught. Again, I'm block dodging so that he's more willing to throw that heavy attack at me. Okay, now we're going to be slightly less aggressive. And out of it he goes. Coming down to the end here, just probably going to take one more SP2, and instead I crit him. So Boss solo, third time this season. So RBG did a great job. We matched their death total, so we tied. However, we ended up donutting this entire war. So we had a perfect war to their 13, which is perfect because we were a few attack bonuses against the behind the 4th place position, and this put us into the 4th place position. So we're in a perfect scenario that if someone in the top 3 above us, I think it's either the 3rd or the 2nd spot that high, if either of those 2 teams lose and we win and we still maintain the distance through attack bonus with the 5th place spot, then we will finish the season at 3rd and 4th, or at 3rd or 2nd. So great. We set ourselves up for a potentially good war season, despite how bad it was in the beginning. But that's it. One more war to go. Season's almost over. Hope you enjoyed the video, and give it a like or subscribe to keep your eyes out for the next one.